Malia Renner Singer, great to see you. First off, before we introduce ourselves, what was the hardest thing that happened in school today?
Oh my gosh, the hardest thing that happened at school today. I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to figure out. I know this is something that we need to talk about, like as a group, whatever this group is that we're creating right now.
Oh
But
wait,
I'm
if this is like a major thematic topic, I'm just talking about like in the environment of your teaching, like what was the hardest thing that happened?
no, it is the
Not
hardest thing that's happened.
overarching.
No, it's not
Okay,
overarching.
okay. I just don't want you to waste a good topic on the two of us.
I we see a good topic, I
Okay,
promise.
okay.
It's just it's hard to feel like you're creating something and spending a lot of work on it and that it might not necessarily be working, if that makes any sense.
Dude, it makes so much. It's so much.
Like I feel like I'm putting a lot of energy into, I'm spinning my wheels, and it's not anybody's fault that I'm spinning my wheels. It's not my students' fault. It's not
Mm-hmm.
my fault. It's not my administrator's fault. It's just I'm spinning wheels, and it's hard not to get really frustrated. So
That was also the hardest part of my day. I have a setup that I work at home. I have two computers, and then I'll go
mhm,
into school where I have a little laptop, and it's a lot harder to use, but that's where all my files are.
right.
And I was trying to upload pictures of AP essays to my computer by taking a picture with my phone and then emailing it to myself, but my phone doesn't work at school. So I sent myself all these essays yesterday and they never sent. So when I started class today, it was like a 30-minute, like, where are these? How do I get them? Why aren't they uploading? And finally I was just like, we're just moving on. I felt like a pretty big failure because usually I'm really great on the fly like that. And I'm like, all of my stuff is either hard copy, which cannot be shown,
Mm-hmm.
or is out there in the ether. So totally no one's fault, but yeah.
I don't know a single teacher right now who doesn't feel like they're a failure,
Yeah,
honestly.
I think that's true of everyone at my school as well. Um,
It's really hard.
whether we talk about it or not.
Yeah.
Um, but we're going to talk about it eventually on at least one of these episodes. My name is Brian Higgins. I teach at Wenatchee High School. I teach AVID. I teach English and Language Arts. I teach stagecraft. I teach drama. I teach all of those this year, actually. Yeah,
Right now?
I have six. So I have a freshman. Next semester I have freshmen. And this semester I
Okay.
have advanced freshman English, AP language for juniors. First year I've taught that. Sophomore AVID, senior AVID, stagecraft, and drama.
So do you have 6 preps right now as we speak?
So I have 5 preps right now as we speak, and I'll have 5 preps next semester as well. Yeah. So it's
That's
exciting.
crazy.
But when I started, I had 4, and I've never had less than 4. So, but 6, I'm just like, the PLC work alone it's a lot. I
Yeah.
can't, so many emails. So, but I've been teaching for 9 years. I'm in my 10th year right now, so that feels pretty good. That's about me. My school, by the way, is a large school. We have about, I don't know, 2,000, 1,900 blank screens staring at us teachers. So tell us about yourself, Malia.
So my name is Malia Renner Singer, and I also teach AVID. And I teach social studies at Cascade High School in Leavenworth, Washington. And my school is small. It's only about 400 students, but I used to teach with Brian at Wenatchee High School. And so, yeah. And Brian, this is my 20th year of teaching.
Oh man, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that it's
You can
been that long.
retire in 2 years.
Yeah, I wish. You want to know a weird fact? I've taught U.S. history every single year,
That you've been a
some form
teacher.
of it. Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I was telling my students that. They were like, really? Like, yeah.
You're a piece of U.S. history now.
I
20 years in. Like,
At what point do you get qualified to be that?
oh man, I think it's quarter of a century. Yeah. So
Okay.
5 more years, and you're going to be the witness for all of your students. You'll be the record keeper. So
Yeah.
we've been talking for a while about doing a video blog for educators, or at least for ourselves, to talk about things because we don't consistently meet enough. That's what we talked about in our first draft of this recording. And it feels like we talk whenever one of us sees something super, super exciting. That's when you talk to me, or when we're extremely frustrated and aggravated, but never consistently or in between. So it feels like we can get some more processing in using a podcast or a video thing like this, and then hopefully share our experiences with other teachers and have them share their experiences so we don't feel like we're the only failures. But what is your motivation for wanting to jump in for the first time ever and do a video blog?
Well, you and I have talked about doing something, just not really knowing what it would be for quite some time. Like, I think probably at least a year, I've been bugging you and being like, hey, Brian, we should make videos or something. Like, we should do something together. It's kind of like a chance for us to collaborate on something that's about school, but it's something we have control over and it's our thing. So I want to do that because I think it'll make us like add to who we are as teachers and who we are as people. Like, it's just going to feel good to like get to do stuff like this. But also, we're in week 3 or week 4 of pandemic teaching for the 2020 to 2021 school year. And it's been a very, very overwhelming process. And there's just a lot of issues regarding equity, especially, that I think are starting to bubble up now. And I want someone to talk to about that. And you're the person that I talk to about that. Like, when I have a question, or when I need like someone to look at it from a certain perspective, or I need someone to tell me, like, you're the person, Brian, you are the person that I go to when I need someone to tell me if I'm wrong, or if I need someone to tell me that I'm right. Like, you're like my barometer for things. So, and I think we always have really good conversations, even if they're just on our phones by text. So I'm excited to do this. And I think our hope is to include a couple of other teachers too, so that's not just the 2 of us, and we're getting some more perspectives besides just us.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna. So you teach social studies. I teach English. We also have a science teacher who will be in here next week, and a math and science teacher who will be in here next week. So that is really exciting. I'm pumped up to see my friend Caesar more often, because he used to teach at my school as well, and your school keeps taking our best teachers. So that's good. Pretty soon I'll be there, maybe. Who knows? Possibly. Before we cut off, I mean, we just wanted to make sure that we have a good little, what's our goal a little bit long term. And we do have a list of topics that we're going to try and keep it to one topic a week, 15 minutes most, because teachers don't have time to watch a 20-minute video a lot of the time. But what is something that you are doing new now because of COVID that you think you're probably going to keep doing if COVID ever ends?
That's a really hard question. You know what I realized yesterday is, and I don't know if I'll keep doing this when COVID ends, but I'm having more one-on-one conversations with specific students. And I did that a lot in the spring, and I kind of forgot about it. And so, like, yesterday I had 3 really great conversations with students, because you can't just talk to them in the hallway or in your classroom. And so, yeah, so those conversations I hope were really powerful. They're powerful for me, so I hope they were good for the kids too. We'll find out. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, I think more using technology in different ways to kind of have more of that connection might be something that I could see myself doing more of.
That's cool.
What about you?
Really cool. Mine doesn't sound as impactful, but I hope to make it impactful, and that is I started streaming as a video gamer, as a means to connect with students, really, because I can say, hey, I played this game. They're like, oh, we play that game too. But we talked so long about doing this video blog thing that I'm hoping that when I finally like solidify my streaming stuff, that it turns into a, hey, here's a teacher who streams. You can ask him questions because he doesn't know you, and he can provide some adult perspective. Because I used to teach like homecoming dating etiquette in my class when it was homecoming.
Right.
And kids really appreciated that, because it's people don't do that anymore. And so I'm hoping that could be the kind of thing that I get. Kids who are just like, man, I don't understand how to put gas in my car, and I'm too embarrassed to ask anyone, and I don't know who you are, so tell me. Right. And I can do that.
How to tie a tie.
How to tie a tie, yeah. So.
Yeah. Brian, how can you say that's not impactful? It's totally impactful.
Well, when I tell my wife, I'm streaming my video game, she's like, okay, whatever. I'm hoping that it becomes impactful. Right now, it's just like, look at that guy with a beard who's playing video games. So hopefully that changes a little bit. I mean, I'm trying to take it slow and steady because I'm so busy with school.
No, it's crazy. I think the other thing that we should probably mention is that we're feeling isolated, right, as teachers. And so one goal is that maybe out of this, maybe somewhere there'll be a teacher who watches this and it helps them feel like there's other teachers out there who are going through the same stuff that we are and are thinking the same thoughts and aren't really sure what to do about them. And so, yeah, I don't think we're going to present this like we have all the answers. More like, what are our questions as we try and go through this and we try and deal with this really overwhelming thing that we're being asked to do right now? Like, what are our questions, and especially regarding what's best for all of our students, like truly all of our students, no matter what no matter what they're going through at home. So
I'm with you there. No answers. Just like as a teacher, I don't give. Yeah, yeah. I hope that
yeah,
we can at least process and then have our perspective in a different place tomorrow than it was today. That's, I don't need to solve things. I just need to move in a direction, hopefully not backward. So, all right. Thank you, Malia. Fantastic. I'm excited for next week and to actually see if this becomes something that we can stick to. So,
we will.
all right. See you later.
Okay.